But let me warn you, as great a prospect as this young man is, and everyone considers him an outstanding prospect, the kid he faces tonight across the ring, Julian Wheeler, knows how to fight. This is a good boxer who utilizes all 20 feet of that ring, has tremendous skills himself, and I would classify him as a very live underdog in this fight tonight.
I'm going to suggest we've got that classic confrontation, the puncher, Marquez, the boxer, Wheeler. It'll be interesting to see how it turns out. Jimmy Lennon Jr. standing by to introduce the principals, and here he is.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you, and we welcome you to the home of championship boxing as we once again have a big night of action coming away. And it's all brought to you by Forum Boxing Incorporated, along with Budweiser, the undisputed king of beers. At this time, we present the officials appointed by the California State Athletic Commission. Our physicians at ringside, Dr. Robert Carnes and Dr. Perlman Hicks. Timekeepers at the bell, also keeping count of the knockdowns. We have Aaron Koslow and John Lichty. And introducing to you our referee in charge of this bout. He'll be giving instructions after the introductions, Larry Rosadia. All right, fans, here we go. This bout coming away is one of our featured attractions, scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing as we feature two fine young featherweights in the ring. Introducing to you first on my left, fighting out of the red corner, he is wearing blue trunks with gold trim and joining us from Virginia Beach, Virginia. He weighed in at 126 3/4 pounds. Here is the 1992 U.S. Olympian whose professional record stands at 12 wins, only 1 defeat with 5 wins. Coming by way of knockout, introducing Julian, the Dealer Wheeler. And his opponent across the ring on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, this 10-round attraction. He is wearing black trunks with red trim, fighting out of Mexico City, Distrito Federal, Mexico. He weighed in at 127 pounds, and his fine record stands at 12 wins, only 1 defeat, with 9 wins coming by way of knockout. Introducing Juan Manuel Marquez. Once again, here's our referee in charge, Larry Rosadia.
Okay, this is a little high, so it's muy arriba. This is fine. Okay, give me a clean fight. Y limpia pelea. Dale la mano y buena suerte. Good luck.
All right, tail of the tape for these two talented featherweights. Marquez is 5'7". The dealer, the Wheeler, is 5'8.5". 126 3/4. Marquez a 127. Wheeler is a year older, and he has an advantage of 3 inches in the reach department. 71 to 68, scheduled for 10, and out they come. Marquez is decidedly shorter, and in fact listed at 5'7". I would think Wheeler would be closer to 5'10" from the look of them as they stand out there in the center of the ring. Marquez can punch. He's won 12 in a row. The only fight he lost was his pro debut. He hasn't had to go past 8 rounds but once. He likes to get things over in a hurry, and as Rich Murata told you, the guy he's in against, lean and lanky, Julian Wheeler, is a magnificent boxer who will befuddle you, dance all the way around, and jab you silly if given the chance. But he's got a pretty good punch too, I guess. Rich, he's got 5 knockouts.
Well, it's not a great punch, Tom. His punching power, I guess, emanates from you know, just being able to land a lot of punches throughout the course of a fight. He will. One thing I'm noticing here in the early going, in a fight that I did with him a few months ago against Gabriel Castro, he really was dancing in that fight. He has come out here more flat-footed.
He's sitting right down all of a sudden, isn't he?
Yes, he's not dancing and running in this fight, but he's so quick, Tom, and his boxing ability is so fine that maybe he does not feel he really needs to do that.
He got nailed with the right hand there. A glancing blow, got hit with another, landed a pretty good shot of his own a few moments ago that brought an ooh and an ah from the crowd. This one figures to be a very good fight. Marquez is considered to be a top prospect. But Rich was couching his observations in careful terms. When we came on the air, he said very live underdog in the parlance of the $2 mixture. Is the kid, the Wheeler, the dealer, Julian Wheeler.
See how quick he is with that counter punch there, Tom? He jabbed very nicely over the top of Marquez. Marquez clearly is the more powerful puncher too.
Marquez hit him with a shot that would be considered south if you were down in Chile in the Andes. I mean, that is really a low blow.
But somehow many of those fans missed it.
Yeah, I don't know why, because they're all booing when Rosadilla, the referee, cautioned Marquez about the low blow.
One thing about Marquez, in addition to his power, though, Tom, and Wheeler is seeing it here, is he's got pretty good speed with his hands, too.
Yep. Yeah, he has the label can't miss. The youngster, we've seen him before several times here, and he's become a favorite with the crowd here at the Great Western Forum. Boy, that is an example of quick hands. Wheeler hit him with 2 shots, a left and a right. Gets away from a lunging left thrown by Marquez, and Wheeler lands a good left and backs up. Seems to be able to box you pretty good backing away, and that's something a lot of guys can't do, fight backing up. In fact, most guys can't. First round is into the books. We'll be back with round number 2, scheduled for 10 in a moment.
As I start round 2, we take a look at that low blow in round number 1. There it comes, the left hook from Marquez. Definitely low, no question about it. Drew a warning from Larry Rosadilla.
It drew quite a response from the crowd when Rosadilla cautioned Marquez, almost as if to say, are you kidding me that our favorite son would throw a punch below the belt? We never saw that. En masse, several thousand of them. Nice crowd on hand. And of course, we've got the WBC Super Bantamweight title fight coming up for you, also on the card tonight.
This is really a fine card here this evening, Tom, and I really like this fight, and this is another indication that the matchmaker Antonio Curtis here refuses to coddle the young prospects on the way up, like a kid like Juan Marquez, who has so much potential and is just getting into everyone's consciousness. They're going to have to be tough fighters on the way up.
He's going to have his hands full trying to catch Wheeler, no question about it. The kid from Virginia Beach, Virginia, who's making his Great Western Forum debut, has come a long way. Woo! Got nailed with the right hand. Holding on.
He got wobbled, Tom. He's in real trouble here, and he knows it. He's trying to hang on. That was a perfect punch, perfectly delivered by Marquez.
Big time right hand caught Wheeler. Wheeler, his corner, he was looking at them, and they were looking at him, and he nodded him, all right, I'm all right. Well, he'd best be on his horse and moving.
He is not all right. He took a tremendous punch, Tom, and his legs look a little shaky to me right now.
This is only round 2, and it's scheduled for 10. And you can hear the crowd very much in Marquez's corner, understandably so here at the Great Western Forum. And he landed a solid big-time right hand. Just missed with another one.
I think he grazed him with that one. Wheeler is just about ready to go down here, I think, Tom. He's finding out. He's having trouble with not only the power, but that speed I mentioned in Marquez, because he's fighting an opponent here. Wheeler normally has a tremendous speed advantage over his opponents, but he's finding that Marquez has just about as quick a hands as he does.
Shoves Marquez away from him. Rosadilla says, cautions him about that tactic. Wheeler is going to have to weather this storm and gather himself in the minute between rounds 2 and 3 if he gets to the end of round 2. Marquez gets shoved down. It was a punch, but I think more of a push than a punch. Rosadilla said no knockdown and didn't count. Wiped the gloves off and let's get back with it.
Remember, Wheeler now was a quarterfinalist in the Olympic Games in Barcelona in 1992. He had an extensive amateur career. He's got a lot of experience coming into this fight, and he's having trouble with this great prospect.
Well, he is hanging out that chin as he lunges in, fighting Marquez and inviting that good right hand. And I think that the speed of the punching ability of Marquez certainly had to surprise him when it knocked him down. Big round for Marquez, but Wheeler did rebound quite well. We'll go to Wheeler's corner and listen in.
Coming out with the right, you got to dip to your right. Okay? You see you coming with the left, with the right hand.
All right, Tom, let's take a look at how Marquez, see that quick right? He really was wobbled there. Man, that was a lightning-like right hand. And Wheeler was definitely wobbly. Those skinny legs of his were stumbling all over the place. Again, the quick right hand, that's the one that just grazed his face. But again, it had some effect on Julian Wheeler. So he definitely felt the power of Juan Marquez in that second round. Wheeler, who was trained for a while,
Come on with the
career
right
by Freddie Rowe.
Dip to your left.
No longer with Rowe.
Dip to your right. Dip to your right. So the right hand will go over. Okay?
Let's see if he goes into more dance bouncing and moving, which has been his traditional style, Tom, since he's become a pro.